word.
The final word.
The final word, man. What a day. Does the Dallas Cowboys have a Micah Parsons problem?
The final word.
Wow.
Well, they was gearing up to shoot him.
Wow.
Put your guns down. You put your guns down. Put your guns down. Oh man. I can't hit my buttons on the guns.
Shame.
Where my buttons at? I got
Shame.
it. Right here.
The final
Contract
word.
season.
Yeah.
So I'm loving the clues. It's looking like Micah Parsons is definitely getting ready to get done. Has, a very, very, very big chance. I can't wait till we talk about that and more.
The final word.
But Big, you let out a mystery at 12. You can't tease like that, bro. Talk to me.
I ain't jumping like at 12. I don't know because I'm more second, fifth. I'm right there because we've already talked about a certain player. We'll talk about him once we get in the show. You already know who that is. And that's the second
The
round
final
pick.
word.
Okay.
Because I don't know if
The
anybody
final
would be
word.
worthy of
The
that
final
first
word.
where
The
things
final
fall.
word.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But all I'm gonna say is draft, defense.
Defense. Hey, we can play with that simulator.
I mean, I ain't scared.
Time, bro. Yeah, so I can't wait though. Man. Talking about we dodged the bullet, y'all. Woo, we dodged the bullet. Can't wait, bro. Can't wait to talk about that.
Just feel like pressing horns. Yeah.
And you got them talking about a quarterback. I want to get y'all opinion on that. The strategy for quarterback. Ooh, obviously
be a
behind
strategy.
that. Yeah, we got to talk about that, man. I'm gonna be all the way honest. I don't like that. It's already seeming to be predetermined to go through the draft. To me, that ain't preparing your roster to be at your best. I'm just being honest.
Yeah, they telegraph their picks. Yeah.
That's horrible.
I think it's just a bunch of talk, in my opinion. We'll see, but it will make no sense for you to do that early. And I just feel like that part of it is just a bunch of talk. I think it's just sensationalism. They want to get ratings up. People are going to start talking about that now because that absolutely makes no sense that they would do something like that. I mean, no way. It makes no sense. So I think that's just sensationalism from the media, just trying to get some views up, some clicks up, because to me, that's not happening.
That makes sense, boy. Because, it's especially the recent rumor of it being within, round 3. I'm like, no, sir. No, sir. It's just too many hoes, bro. Can't do that. There's way too many hoes.
Too many.
And it's too many good second rounders and third rounders. You know what I mean? It's just too many, bro. Bad move.
They got
I just wanna run it up. Can we check or something? I've been really in the field, let up, I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Kinda check or something. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up, count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Need them ones, I need them fives, need them tens, I need that change. To the safe, got blues inside. Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still save and roll my change. Take some losses when I play, charge it to the game. I'm with L, yeah, I'm with T Black, I'm with Revan now. I'm with Bay, yeah, I'm with J, yeah, I'm with Chuck and now. Still the same, not switching sides, now it's about loyalty. eyes off for the bag, and that's worth more to me. I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit.
Man, that boy say I keep a hammer.
I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
That boy say I keep a hammer, and I call it too legit, man.
Come on with it.
Sound
That boy
really
say I
in
call
the
that
field.
hammer too legit, man.
Boom.
Let's go.
Yes, indeed, man. Hey, they talking about Micah Parsons keeping his word as breaking news, but hey, this is about to be a good show, y'all. I can't wait for Big Game James to kick it off because that's normally the way Boss like to get it going.
I mean, hey, you know, I'm waiting for
I
what
can
we
give
were
it to
talking
you.
about behind the scenes.
I could give it to
Was
you.
that?
Or we was going
was
to go
that?
into the draft. I just wanted to kick it off with this as an observation. Just real quick, and
Okay.
then we go get into Micah Parsons. But Micah Parsons, the heavy one, though. That's the heavy one. But just an observation. Big, we gonna kick this off with you. This is this week's day 8 of free agency. This was last year. We do it again.
Mm-hmm.
What's your thoughts on that?
Well, my real thoughts on it is I knew this was going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it real. I did a show with Mike Fisher in March, right before the draft in April. When me and Mike Fisher did that show, he was basically telling me some things. I was just like, why would you draft Ezekiel Elliott? That's let me know you just throwing away going after a running back. And what basically was said out there is this is basically like the year of, you know, you do what you can with it, because after this is over. This is going to be the reset. There was already talk about the D-Law departure and the Zach Martin departure. And there was already talk about how money was going to be opened up, and this next year was going to be the year where they really start to put it all in. But this year was just going to be the throwaway year. And I had already had the feeling this was going to be the lame duck year. And then when basically Mike Fisher said that, it confirmed it. So you see why they didn't go out there and get free agents. They weren't doing anything for Mike McCarthy. They were done with him. Even when they had the long time where they could have let him go, they were done with Mike McCarthy. That Green Bay game, to me, sealed his fate for next year. So why would they go out and get players? They're not going to be with this regime. So they're going to just let you, do what you can with this roster, and then it's over. So now you got a Brian Schottenheimer who it seems to me that they believe in. A lot of people like him in the building. I personally like him. Why wouldn't you go all out to build your team and help your first-year coach? They did it McCarthy for it 2020. When he came in, they gave him a lot of free agents. They went out there and got some names that we didn't think. And so now, to me, they're doing the same thing for Brian Schottenheimer. But I feel like maybe they're doing a little bit more because I feel like they like him more than they like McCarthy, in my opinion.
I wasn't expecting that. What's your thoughts on it, Law?
Honeymoon phases. When you're in the honeymoon phases, you're going to do more. I think that they got tired of Mike McCarthy, and they didn't really want to date him anymore. So they didn't give him anything as far as resources. But now that they got the hot shotty, I think that they are willing to hear him out and also give him a fair shake at this. And that's how it is with anything in life, man. When you get tired of something, you start putting in the extra work. But when you still enthusiastic with a new thing, you're going to try to do new things. So I look at it from that aspect, and they are doing exactly what Stephen Jones is saying, selectively aggressive, even with those contracts.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on it, OC?
Yeah, I think that the Cowboys are kind of putting themselves in a position to try to give him some tools to be successful. And I think we've seen this before when they were in with Jason Garrett. You know, initially coming in, they were aggressive a couple of years with Mike McCarthy. And you can probably anticipate they'll do the same thing with Schottenheimer to try to give him, within the way they want to operate, the best possible chance to try to win some football games.
So my thoughts is when I see this is I see all the contracts. Like, look at this one. right? And then look at this one. It's a lot of contracts done in the same amount of time. So that's telling me more aggressive this year, because this is about the first week of free agency. It's not new that they attacking the former greats or previous first rounder types. They've done that for a minute. The time, in my opinion, and the speed and urgency that they seem to be moving in is what's different to me.
Agreed.
Yeah, they move. That's the difference to me. And speaking of this, so it's a lot of movement and tea leaves showing that likely Micah is getting ready to get done, right?
Right.
So this is also where they're different. This is where they're different, and what everybody to me got to understand. Where they're different is they haven't in a very long time started contract negotiations this early in the offseason. When was the last time they had a big name free agent that wasn't starting this early? But I will say the difference to me is that the guys that signing have committed to team friendly though. That's the difference. And the difference is, and I'm gonna say it like this, the players are saving a team. Also, commitment to being team friendly is saving them from prolonging it. Micah is saying, I can see that y'all like to just drag it out if we try to get all our money, so we go just take less. I want people to really understand that they are taking pay cuts by not trying to get all they can to win. What's your thoughts on that, Law?
Well, I kind of look at it like this, is that when you look at the team doing something this early, the last time I could think of is Trayvon Diggs' contract, right? We was like, oh, wow, he was
August.
It was August. It was what?
August. He did his in training camp.
Oh, wow. So this is monumental for the
Cowboys. Yeah, this is monumental.
Monumental. And already getting the fact that this is a change of philosophy. So hopefully they listen to what we've been saying all of this time, like, hey, the player's willing to work out this and that. Go ahead. The player's putting his money where his mouth at. It's time for you guys to do the same effort. So,
right.
Hey, this is monumental, bro. That's all I'm going to have to say with that.
Yeah, I think that in this scenario, when you talk about the Dallas Cowboys, I think that it's a combination of two things. They're realizing that they're going to be behind the eight ball if they don't try to initiate some of these talks earlier, and it's going to hurt the team, which is why you've seen them make some moves in free agency, in my opinion, earlier than what they normally have. They're getting some of the smaller contracts out of the way. They knocked a couple of those out. Obviously, they got Oates in here. He probably gave up $20 million to sign a contract. Literally, he probably gave up because he probably could have got 4 to 5 more per year.
Yeah.
But, it is what it is. It's still a lot of money. Micah, I think, won't give up as much. He may give up more in total number, as we kind of talked about. But I think that he's going to break some record somewhere. So I think if they're willing to play ball with the Cowboys, will and deal, and they get close, I think the players are like, okay, if you get me close, kind of close, I'm good enough. I'll take that deal. As long as it's not a disrespectful low ball number. And so that's what I think the Cowboys been doing. And I think they'll probably continue to do that as long as they can. If they can get close to being top of market or being respectable, then players, it seems like, they're taking those deals.
Big, what's your thoughts?
I mean, I feel like they're always going to pay their star players. If you look through the history, they paid their star players. They may go back and forth and do the goofiness, but they pay them what the market is saying. So I don't think it's not going to be that. We'll say this in retrospect with the front office. I think there's two things in my eyes that are just standing out to me from my vision. When I looked at previous players that played in this regime, maybe I don't remember, but even Dak, he spoke up. We're like, Dak, speak up more, but he did say, hey, I want to see McCarthy back and I want to see him be able to do it his way. And CD said, I can't do it alone. Mike has been very vocal, like, I need free agents in here. I need people in here because I need to win a chip. So that's the good thing. I haven't heard players really speak out like that, in my opinion, saying, hey, we some different guys. You know, yeah, the fire's been held to us and they had to get on us, but we out here saying we need players. And that's been vocal, especially from Micah, especially when he said about free agency. And I honestly feel like the Shotty effect still is in my head ringing. I think he is the difference. I feel that highly. I feel like when I looked at that interview, when he came out there for his press conference, I watched him. Specifically when he first sat down and he hit Stephen Jones, they hit each other. And I seen I watched body language in people. And I seen how gleeful Stephen Jones was. Like, he was happy. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Stephen Jones cared for Mike McCarthy like that. And I could see happiness from him because I feel like Schottenheimer knows how to work these people. He knows how to work all these people, because if you listen to all these players so far, they have all said he's a people person. He knows how to talk to people. He knows how to communicate. He knows how to do those type of things. Communication is everything. So I feel like it's the effect of him as the coach of, we really want to help you. We really want to be right on you because we really like you. So Stephen Jones did say, what we may do free agency a little bit different this year. He said that in the press conference, right? And people hung on that. So if he said that and we're talking about it now, it must be kind of true.
The only thing I can say is $877 pay Micah now. So this is the funny thing. Terrence Parsons pretty much gave it away. It's not done, but it's pretty much, you could tell that it's pretty much done. I wouldn't celebrate too fast until the ink is dry. But look, Micah was true to his word. That's it. At least tell me if he's staying with the Cowboys. That's a definite. So, what's y'all thoughts on that?
Let the OC get it, and you over there.
Man, I mean, look. I'll just be quick, and I'll kick it to you guys, man. At the end of the day, when you talk about Micah Parsons, you're talking about one of the premier talents, if not the premier quarterback rushing savants in the league, being a young guy. There's nobody better at what they do in the NFL, except for if you throw in Myles Garrett and if you're looking at a TJ Watt. But in terms of just pure pressure and getting to the quarterback and being disruptive in that way, nobody's better. So they were going to get the deal done with Micah. It just was a matter of when, how long, and how much money. And that's all we're talking about now. So all we want to see now basically is the numbers. Give us the numbers, give us the APY, give us the guaranteed money, give us the total amount, give us the years. That's what we want to see now. But yeah, the Cowboys won't let Michael walk, and that was never a possibility. They had to get this done. And the good thing that will work in the Cowboys' favor with the increased cap and revenue is that they're getting this done earlier. So the Cowboys in this regard are playing much smarter.
Well, if I can interject right quick, I would say this with Terrence Parsons, by him putting that information out there. If Micah Parsons staying true to his words, then lo and behold, he's not going to get paid $41 or $40 million. Look for something south of that, right?
Yeah.
And for principles, in order for us to do the quick math on that, that means that you have to dial up a contract that's a little bit more than 3 to 4 years. So that could be a situation. So kudos and credence to Micah Parsons for him playing for the next 5 years here, if we can just throw that out there from that particular parameter, because I know for sure if he's staying true to his word, that means that it falls right into those parameters.
Yeah, it's going to be team friendly.
Yeah, very team friendly.
That's clearly what he's saying. That's clearly what he's saying. I gotta say,
Boss, before we continue, do you agree with that? Should Micah have been team friendly, or should he have really got his full bag? What do you think?
He should have got his full bag, but I think it was wise how he handled it. Because it's almost like if you want to get the ultimate goal done, you already see how they roll. If you try to get all your money, they'll sabotage the team. they'll hold you out all the way to August just because you're trying to get what you're due. So It's like they got smarter. They said, and all these recent players are smarter. It's like most of them are saying, give me more guarantee. Y'all can have that APY number.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Pay me the real money. Pay me the bonus up front. Pay me the guarantee. You know what I mean? But that number that the agents care about, they want that APY to stand out. That average per year number.
That's what you call that sticker price. I like the way you had put it up there the other day. Like, people look at the sticker price, but I want them to look beyond the peas and potatoes and look at the meat. The meat of the contract will always be the guarantees.
Yeah, that's the meat of it.
Yeah.
But
so let me ask this question. Do you believe that if he's being team friendly, shouldn't he sign a shorter term deal? It shouldn't be a 5-year. Since I'm being so friendly and I'm not maximizing the dollar, then shouldn't I give you a 4-year deal versus a 5-year deal so I can enter the market faster while I'm still at the end of my prime?
Here's the thing, OC.
Okay.
Just like with Osa, he gave a team-friendly deal, so it's really a 2-year deal, as people are saying. So within 2 years, he can jump back on the market, or they can let him go however they want. So I feel like it's not going to be a situation where he's locked all the way in, where he can't jump out there and touch. I think it's going to be a situation where, like I said, a lot of players want them guaranteed. I don't care about them years like that. Give me that, or the APY, like the boss was saying, it's that guarantee. But I don't feel like when you look at the Cowboys and these players now, they're going 6 years no more. Remember, that was the norm.
Yeah,
these players are still cutting these deals, or shorter now. Look at Dax. What was CD's? His wasn't 6 years, was it? What was his, 5?
I was talking about 5, Big. I was talking about 5 versus 4. That's what I was talking about.
I mean, what was CD's?
CDs, I don't remember off the top of my head.
He didn't have a long-term deal.
No, he didn't.
But he took them to the end, though. He took them to the end, though. You see what I'm saying?
It was an extension too, so you got
he took them all the way into training camp. So you gotta back them up.
Yeah,
and it's crazy, bro. But listen, shout out to these players, man. Shout out to these players. This is what I want the fans to recognize.
Michael wants to win.
Man, that's what I want the fans to recognize right there. What you said right there.
We can complain about the podcast because it gets on my nerves sometimes. And like I said, sometimes when he be talking too much, I'll be like, man, chill. You know, feel me? But I don't care. You producing on that field. You're producing on that. See, it's different when you talking and you ain't doing a damn thing, D-Law. Oh, my bad.
Oh!
You want answers?
Oh, man. Let me crank back up there,
buddy. You can tweet like a mudsucker when you are producing. All the time. Come back from injuries, changing games, changing defenses. That defense was better when he came back from injuries, one of the top defenses in the league in all numbers when he came back.
Hey, this is the new hashtag. I don't give a damn. Look at this. Let Micah talk.
He can do what the hell he wants. Because he gets on that field and still wrecks shop. That's the difference when you're talking loud all the time and you're not doing it. Nobody wants to hear that noise. You can talk it when you can walk it.
Thank you, boy. Big. This is why I love you, bro.
In the National Football League, so you can't say he ain't performing. So now when you were telling me, well, 2 players on defense say it's a distraction, it must be a distraction. What is it a distraction of? It's not a distraction from his play. Is it a distraction of their jealousy? Because they see, right now, we're doing it again now, everything he says, we're talking about it. because he has that influence and no one is talking to them. Dude, come on, man. Come on. I don't give a damn, Michael. He can speak what he want to speak, talk how he want to talk. That's today's business. I had a TV show.
Wait, big. Sound just like you, man. Sound just like.
I don't give a damn.
And see, you didn't even know I was gonna play this, bro. You had no idea I was gonna play this.
Damn.
Listen, bro, but we gotta talk about this. This is important because we've been shitting on Micah, bro.
Please, let's talk about
We've been shitting on Mike. We gonna talk about that.
Because he has that influence and no one is talking to them.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, come on, man. Come on. I don't give a damn, Michael. He can speak what he want to speak, talk how he want to talk. That's today's business. I had a TV show.
Ooh.
While I was playing. I had a TV show. But I'm going to bust my ass on the football field, and so is he.
Ooh.
So you guys stop that mess, man.
Stop that mess.
Everybody doing it. And all of a sudden, it's a problem that he's doing it. This is why they've been running that football all up and down on y'all asses.
Ooh.
Any kind of way. Y'all out here fighting apart with one another in the biggest fight, fighting the boys in the NFL. Come on, dude. You ain't going to win that way. And now you know.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right, I gotta. You had some more big because you was cooking. Did you have some? Did you have some more?
I mean, I just wanted to say everything he was saying is about right, especially with that guy over there. You feel me? That guy over there, always doing all that yipping and yapping. But I don't care, bro. Like I said, when you got that big contract, they didn't pay you to be the best run defender in the world. That's not what you got it paid for. You got paid for getting in that backfield and making it happen.
Sacks.
And you only did it them 2 years you was on contract. But all that time after that, you didn't equal that no more, and you just kept running your mouth. And then you're going to talk about we got tired. You spoke for yourself. I know you kept playing hard, but you ain't speak for everybody. Don't do that. And then you talking about you the leader. You could have took the high road when you was in that interview with that man, showing your leadership and saying, hey, them is my guys. I'm always love them, but I'm over here. Now it's time to get a chip. You could have did that as a leader and everybody would have respected it more. But you had to throw the digs, like I said in the video. And then you're going to come back and say, if you did more tweeting, we'd do more winning. I would have stayed. That's a whole lie, because from what I heard, you didn't even get a contract offered. So you wasn't staying nowhere. And when somebody says jealousy, it is jealousy, because that man came in the league dominating. Their defense is regular with you. When you were out and Micah was in, nobody missed you. When you were in and Michael was out, the team was regular. Stop it. You are not a game changer. Micah is. And you were jealous because you were the man, and this guy came in and he's the man right now. And the numbers show it, and everybody knows it. So it is jealousy. So I'm glad you are gone. I apologize for talking this way, but he is better within you in every facet, in my opinion. So that's that.
Indeed.
I can't follow that. Why you put the camera on me?
Oh no, because you look like you was fit too.
Nah, I'm done.
You done too? Okay,
yeah,
I got
I'm
something.
done with it.
I got something for sure.
Go ahead. Put the camera on yourself.
Your voice matters on dumb ideas too. I said this today. The big guns are getting ready to come at Micah and sour the fan base over the contract. And some of y'all led the charge early. So like the reason why I said that is because, and I predicted it perfectly with my boy Tyrone Church. Tyrone Church said, look at what Tyrone Church said. He said, Dale started to get the talking, meaning they getting close. So he basically saying, based on this article, they're clearly talking, right? And I said, yes, this is why articles are coming out against Micah. They likely hit a bump in the road in their talks. And that's exactly what I think happened. They hit a bump in the road, and then all of a sudden, an article popped up. Do the Dallas Cowboys have a Micah Parsons problem? And see, this is what let me know that it was wee-woo. It said the team intends to discuss attendance at future voluntary workouts, especially to set an example as a team leader, according to a person with direct knowledge of the discussions. So this is remember them voluntary workouts? That's where the hit job started last year. And they start making it seem like Micah Parsons, right, wasn't a leader because he wasn't showing up to the voluntary workouts. But Jay Tuck showed me something. He said a lot of people don't know that he didn't show up the year before. But that year they praised him because he was doing extra work preparing for the season, which is the same thing he was doing last year. But 2 years ago they praised him. Last year they shot him down. So then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you get an article saying the team intends to discuss attendance.
Yeah, that's petty and silly. What does your attendance to voluntary workouts have to do with getting over 50 sacks in your first 4 years in the NFL and averaging roughly 13 sacks a season? What does that have to do? Did it hurt him? Did it decrease his productivity? It didn't. So this is almost grasping at straws. This is grasping for leverage, grasping for a valid negotiation or conversation point that's completely invalid. A lot of the best top players in the league work out with trainers, do their own independent stuff. They don't show up to your stuff. They show up when it's time, when camp comes. And that's all that matters. So this is almost, it's silly. It's not even worth discussing. It's not even worth a lot of energy, to be honest with you. It's just a very, very, very insignificant tactic and a very, very minute point of Micah Parsons and his production and what he should get monetarily.
Right. And so, you know, that's where I think we all got to do a better job of recognizing time. You know what I'm saying? All of us just got to do a better job. It doesn't mean that what people critiques wasn't true.
Right.
Yeah, some critiques true. Like, I think Micah should never, ever say anything that could talk about or even infer to his team. Ever. I don't think you should ever do that. I don't think you should ever put up bulletin board material against your opponent. But in a contract year, the focus should have been getting him paid. You know what I mean? Because you could tell from them article that they was gearing up. They was gearing up. The hit campaign was getting ready to start. And I guarantee you he likely was willing to be team friendly, and they're going to have to throw cold water on that.
They definitely going to have to do that. That article was just crazy altogether, but I get it. You know,
Yeah.
You got to make some clicks, and by him not going to be able to show up to those voluntary practices, it's going to throw it off a little bit. But by him willing to take a world of a discount, it's going to pay dividends for Micah Parsons. Now, the other part is, will the Cowboys still do their due diligence? Because there was news and reports that even though CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott, they were seeking to get Cooper Kupp, but when they heard the money, they pulled out of it. So what happens if Micah Parsons take this team-friendly discount and he say, okay, I want us to go get that guy, and they pull out of it, right? So we got to make sure that the Cowboys own up to their other end of this particular situation too.
Man,
and that's the danger of being team friendly, because if you take the team friendly deal, there's no guarantee they're going to act. This actually happened with Tom Brady years ago when he kept begging for weapons. He was like, I gave you a team-friendly contract. You promised me weapons. And the Kraft and Belichick was like, well, it sucks for you. I mean, we go run this team the way we want to run this team. And that's the danger of being team-friendly and expecting that you're going to get a lot in return once you sign that contract. Because once they got you locked, they got you locked.
I'm going to be honest, man. Because y'all know we also Keenan Allen to Dallas. Right. And somebody, you know, because I'm putting videos out there. I'm putting a lot of videos out there on Keenan because a lot of people don't know about how surgical he is on his route running, right? And so then somebody tagged me, say, got to put the word out to Dak and CD. They went after the wrong wide receiver. Keenan Allen is who they should have pushed for. And so I tagged him. You see what I'm saying? Like I tagged Dak and CD. Like say, listen, y'all. You know what I mean? Y'all need to go ahead and get in that lab. Like y'all go back and knock on his door. Hey, Jerry, you didn't get Cooper Kupp, but hey. What's y'all thoughts on that? That Keenan?
I think that Keenan, I'm with it. He got short area quickness. He still knows the area of the field. He had, 7 touchdowns last season with a rookie quarterback. I think that he still got a little bit left in his tank. He's 6'2", 211. So I think that he will be by far a good veteran receiver to bring in so we won't have to overdraft or early draft at wide receiver.
Yeah. Big.
Keenan Allen is a dog. Period.
Period.
Enough say he's a dog, been a dog since he came in the league. Look at his numbers since he came in the league. Only time his numbers ever been low is when he had injuries. You get what I'm saying? That is it. He's been a dog every year. And he's got the dog mentality. Like, he's got really the dog mentality. Like, he talks to you. He lets you know. He tells you every play. And he backs it up. And I feel like that type of attitude is what we need. Out of all the free agents that have come in as far as wide receivers, I think he would be the best pickup to have out of everybody they picked up. I ain't talking about like the T.O. I'm talking about recent years with Dak. This would be the best pickup, in my opinion, if they brought him in, because he's going to bring the offense an attitude, in my opinion. If he were there, he would bring the offense an attitude, and I think that's what they need. They need an attitude, and it would make, in my opinion, CD so much better. Because I feel like CD would feed off of that. And, I mean, forget the age. There's certain receivers that you can see in the league that can play a very long time because they were already surgical with the route running. You can play in the league a long time when you can route run, when you know the spots and the little soft spots in the zones and things of that nature because you've been playing so long. You know those things. So that savviness, and he still has the size, and he has great hands. So those things never go anywhere. So why wouldn't you do that? Especially if a Micah Parsons says, I'm going to give you a team-friendly deal and you still got a little money out there. That would sew it up right there if you got a guy like that, because now you're sitting there saying, well, hell, you could still get a dog receiver if you wanted to do it and then make it even more nastier. You get what I'm saying? And you can still hit it. Like, you could really get freaky with it if you do something like that. So I just feel like I heard you with the campaign. You know, I really saw the vision of it. And I just feel like himself would just give this offense an attitude that the Cowboys sorely need.
Yeah, and I'll say one quick thing on that, man. This dude is a great route runner. He knows how to get open. And he's physical and he's competitive. And that's what the Cowboys need. Just a competitive, nasty person. He beats young DBs. He beats old DBs, good DBs, Pro Bowl DBs. He just wins, man. He's a guy that's creative. He knows how to win on routes, man. He has a great catch radius, and, man, he's physical and nasty, man. I love the pickup if we can get him in. That would be great.
Yeah, man, and I'm going to say something else, being all the way honest, bro. These receivers ain't like Keenan, even in this draft. I'm being all the way honest. You know what I'm saying? These dudes, I'm being all the way honest. It's very few of them that might even be close to his route ability. Most of them not, bro. I'm being all the way honest. You know what I mean? Likely.
This isn't a great class, boss. That's number one. This isn't a great receiver class. So, you know, we can't just draft a receiver just to draft one. You get what I'm saying? So like if you get let's say you got a Keenan Allen, right? That gives you maybe a little bit more flexibility to maybe do something at 12. You don't feel like you gotta maybe get that guy everybody's been talking about in Ted. You know what I'm saying? Because I still worry about boom and bust with him. But I just feel like, I still want the receiver for sure. But you get what I mean? You can get a little bit more freakier if you get a guy like that. And I hear Special K, I ain't giving my hopes up. So that ain't it could be coming from my vision. What I'm saying is it can be done. You can sign Micah and you can do that. And you saw, my thing is, I'm gonna say this to you guys again. Stephen Jones, you showed some kind of nuts one day when you went out there and made the trade for Amari Cooper. Dallas was in bad shape. You tried to do the receiver by committee, right? And we saw it wasn't working. And then Dallas was in the dumps, and you went and made a bold trade and got Amari Cooper. And look what happened to the team. You get what I'm saying? The team went from bad to good. They made the playoffs. Really could have, should have did something in them playoffs. But that bold move helped your team. So, I mean, I don't feel like this is a bad investment, especially if you do like a 2-year deal. Maybe he comes in, and says, hey, I like it over here, and maybe he works with you. But at least reach out. That's what we're talking about. At least make the attempt. At least reach out. Because maybe he comes and says, I want to maybe work with you because I like what you have in place.
And then $16 million is not, it's no longer.
Not crazy. That's cheap for a receiver.
Yeah, because think about it. CeeDee Lamb, 35. Keenan Allen is not half a CeeDee Lamb.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So get $16 million for Keenan Allen on an APY? That's straight.
Yeah,
that's straight. That's straight. Because if he can get you at least 13 games, he will also probably get you about 1,200 yards in 13 games. Keenan is like that. Keenan is like that. And it never been about speed. Never
it will help Dak too.
Oh, it'll help Dak.
It will really help Dak. He's about timing. Dak is a timing rhythm quarterback.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel like Keenan Allen will really bring to the table. I didn't mean to cut you off, Law.
No, you good.
No, you good. You good.
I feel like that's what Keenan Allen would really help Dak with because he's such a rhythm quarterback and timing base. That's what he can do. He can run them routes, so he'll know where to be. So when Dak lets that ball go, he's right there. So I feel like it will really go kind of hand in hand. I feel like it will really help Dak. And I honestly, like I said, it will really help CD because Keenan Allen, no matter his age, it's not like he's 38. You get what I'm saying? He's like 32 going on 33. It's not like you watched him last year. Yeah, he lost a little bit of a step, but he was still doing people.
Man, he was still doing
people, dog. He was still doing people at Chicago. We had a rookie quarterback. Imagine if he didn't have a rookie quarterback. He'd have been doing people. He would have got another 1,000-yard year.
Easily, bro. Easily. Hey, and this is the crazy thing about this Keenan Allen campaign. This Keenan Allen campaign I called it calls world peace. I ain't never seen all us agree so damn much. I swear to God, bro. You got Tom Downey, Brian Broaddus, Vach, Law, me, Big, even Shram, you know what I'm saying? Came out under one of my posts and was like 100. Tom Downey. Like, you can't get Cowboy Nation to agree on one thing this much. So this is one of them things, I swear to God, bro. Like, look, you got Brian Broaddus, Zach Wilchuck. Man, you got everybody begging for Keenan. It's almost like that Fowler thing. Like, see, what made the Cowboys feel good is when they went and got Fowler. We all had a much better day that day, didn't we? It was. We all was like, damn, today was a good day. It just felt so good that day. Cowboys, you got to peep game. Your fans, we respect that y'all smart. We respect that y'all do a good job. But also respect that the fans know football. You got all these fans in total agreement on Keenan. It's literally over 500,000 impressions, and that was done in less than 24 hours.
No doubt, man. Let's get up to the wide receiver. Now, I think that the Cowboys may still be hesitant, but if they sign Micah Parsons to this deal and it comes out the next 2 or 3 weeks, right? that's going to increase the salary cap with what we have up to $10 million. So now we're back at $45 or $48 million on the cap. Man, you can pay Keenan Allen, man. I think that he will help this team out. Now they did went out and get Paris Campbell, but come on, man. What's y'all thoughts on Paris Campbell? I didn't even get y'all thoughts on that.
That's a good.
Hey, me and Boss talked about Paris Campbell like 3 years ago. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I've been known about when he was with the Colts. I was like, go get him because we needed the speed. Where everybody was talking about how we needed speed. We needed speed. I said that's when he was a free agent. Go get him because he was speed. I said he ain't gonna offer you nothing else because he get hurt. But you know what? If he's still healthy, he get you some long passes. So I think that's still the situation. I think right now he's just a camp body. So, Law, I think we all know that he's a camp body and nobody's thinking of him any further than that. But once again, man, that Keenan Allen, it can definitely happen. And isn't it if you sign Micah anyway, doesn't he free up more money if you sign him now too? More money gets open right now if you sign him now. So that's opening up more money. Yeah. You feel me? I mean, it's right there. And 16, like I said, a year for a guy of his stature, that's nothing.
That's nothing.
These other guys that are on the market are getting money too. No, they're not better. No, Boss, you was a genius on calling that one, dog. And
it really wasn't me. It was Angie. Angie was the one.
Oh,
we were just showing film, and she was like Key Allen to Dallas, and we was like, that's it. You know what I'm saying?
There you go, Angie. My bad.
And we just ran with Angie. It. Yeah, Angie the one came.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to you, Angie.
Shout out to you.
So Paris Campbell, he was in the Boss Cowboy Guide 3 years ago too. So I can't shit on him. You know what I'm saying? Too much. It's just not enough for wide receiver too. You know what I mean? It's just not enough, and we got no confidence because we ain't seen him. You know what I'm saying? And it was one of those things. Why couldn't you really play in Philly? Why did they go get this Dotson when you was already there? You know what I'm saying? So I got questions about it. I don't have full confidence in it. I would rather have somebody obviously like Keenan to where we can go even look at just last year, right? And we could just turn on the tape and say, shit, he still got a lot left. And it wasn't even just that. He was winning still the same way, killing balls on routes the same way. Just, so I'm not going to kill Paris because he's a part of our team, and we should have a degree of faith in him. You know what I'm saying? And hope in him, but I also want to be realistic. You see what I'm saying? So
that's my realistic.
Yeah. So everybody listen, this is because Micah getting ready to likely get paid. Terrence Parsons pretty much showed that it's likely maybe 95% done. That's what it looked like. It looked like they right at the end type deal. We don't know. And so obviously A77 pay Micah now is important. But what's more important is this Keenan Allen thing right now. And it's not even just about Keenan Allen. It's about us having a solid or a pretty decent number 2 before we draft.
Right.
That's the key.
Have some on the stomach. Yep.
Yeah, having some on the stomach. It could be Lockett. It could be Amari. It don't gotta be Keenan. You know what I'm saying? But Keenan right now, to most of us, is the best one. And again, I've never seen so many of us agree. Never.
We gave y'all Campbell soup. That's what they gonna say. We gave you Paris Campbell. That's
I think they're done with that Amari time.
Yeah,
they're done with Amari. I got a super chat from EIT, I believe. Does the Division really think that they can catch up to Philly? He's asking, do you think that the Cowboys can catch up to Philly?
They're not even far away.
There you go.
They're not even far away.
I mean, I gotta be honest about Philly right now. Dak didn't face the Super Bowl champs. You see what I'm saying? So, because Dak owns Philly when he plays them. He's 8-3.
Right.
So, and I do trust our ability to be able to get pretty decent rosters. Like every year we build a decent roster. Did we do enough to go over the top? And if I'm being all the way honest,
oh hell no!
Because it's not just, in my opinion, building a good roster. It's about building a Super Bowl roster. You see what I'm saying? See, Philly got aggressive as hell when they went and got Saquon, but they didn't even spend a lot of money. It was just that they was determined to get the right player to make them better. The fact that we all begging for Keenan, but at the same time talking about they not gonna do $16 million, it lets you know we're in a state of crisis. See, they would have went and got Keenan. That's the difference between Philly and us. They would have went and got him. Oh, we need wide receiver too? Oh, he the best one available? Get him. See, that's the difference. And am I saying Keenan would have just made a Super Bowl? No, I ain't saying that. But I'm just saying, no, we not like them on aggression. Definitely not. They way more aggressive than we are. We still, the fact that we even came out and said we're going to be selectively aggressive. Now, y'all need to be aggressive on something. You got to spend. Oh, you can't be like, we're going to win the whole Super Bowl on a bargain. Like somewhere you got to say, damn, we got to pay for that. I'm sorry. I know it's going to be more than what we expected, but we need that rental. We need to rent Keenan. We don't need to go into this draft hungry. We don't. So rent him out and let's go. And speaking of that, let me play this and we're going to talk about the draft just a little bit because this is important.
Now, none of these players are finished products. None of us are finished products until they lay us in the dirt. However, this is an evaluation game, though.
Right now.
And the T-Mac evaluation for me, my humble opinion, is, yeah, he's a number one ranked wide receiver, but he's not the number one wide receiver. I think he leaves a lot of plays on the field.
Okay.
I don't think he has the ability to dominate like his size is. I think he's a jump ball guy, but I don't see his route tree being very elaborate.
I keep hearing when I ask around in this preliminary process, everybody keeps saying Drake London. I don't see that type of player, but I understand the comp.
They was talking about Ted.
Okay.
What's your thoughts
What
on
is
that? He was basically just kind of saying, I don't see him as like he is the number one receiver in this class, but I don't see him as the number one. That's what Steve Smith said. Talking about Ted.
It's so subjective, man. When you're talking about wide receiver, no one's talking about B. Thomas from last season that went to the, I want to say the Jaguars. But he had by far one of the best rookie wide receivers numbers of all time, you know, but nobody's talking about it because they didn't win a lot of games. So when you start talking about a receiver like Tet, if he comes to Cowboys with that star on the side of the helmet and he goes up and snag the ball over Bland, or he spins and catch a crazy catch in the end zone over three guys, man, he's going to be talked about until, you know, the creator come back. So it's just going to be one of those things that it all depends on what team you go to. By the way, Malik Neighbors' numbers, and I know this is kind of low, was very, very comparable to CD Lamb's numbers from last season. Nobody talking about it because he was on the Giants.
Yeah, man, I think this comp is perfect. I see T. Higgins too in Ted. I do. I see T. Higgins. That's exactly that's the perfect comp. But he faster. He faster,
yeah.
Yeah, he faster. So, but I think a lot of people, we super thirsty for wide receiver. And I'm just kind of afraid that we go probably reach.
Did your position on Trey move?
Yeah.
On Harris? Okay.
On Trey Harris?
Yeah.
No, it's still the same.
Oh, you're still the same? Okay.
Yeah, I'm very high on him. Yeah, I'm very high. I think he's probably the best fit. If I'm just saying fit. 6'2", route runner. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. He has probably the best routes. His routes is he the closest thing to Keenan.
Ooh.
He the closest thing. Like, he not Keenan, but he the same way where he go beat you with elusiveness and body language. He the same way. Yeah. And I think that's what Dak need. So that's why
Good old Mississippi boy. Come on with it.
Say, Ole Miss got him one of them. I like he is nothing like Mingo. See, Mingo was more straight line. You know what I'm saying? Like, not bad. And Mingo had good college, but I like Trey Harris way better. Trey Harris, I think he one of my top second round, third round guys for Dak and for the Dallas Cowboys.
For Dak, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. But what's your thoughts on that? What he was saying on that big? Because Steve Smith done got it wrong too. He got it wrong bad on Jerry Jeudy. You know what I mean? He got Jerry Jeudy. Somebody said Steve Smith hating. Is he hating?
Nah, I don't think he hating. I don't know how he got so wrong on Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy had a good year, but it ain't like he came in. I mean, he had them crazy games, but it's not like Jerry Jeudy dominated every game. So I don't know where Jerry Jeudy is just now a guy all of a sudden. I still need to see. So I ain't hating on his evaluation. As far as Ted, I've already said, I told you when we did the show last time, I feel like he's boom or bust.
Yeah.
And he could just be really, really doggish, or he could just be average. But I just feel like, just from me, and I ain't hating on him. I ain't saying he ain't nice or nothing like that. I mean, he's got great size. I watched him in a couple games. But to Smith's point, I feel like he did leave some plays on the field. It felt like he had numbers, but it felt like he could have dominated some games more. You know what I mean? And I just feel like for Dallas, you brought up Brian Thomas, Law. And if I look at Brian Thomas from last year to this year, to McMillan, I'm taking Thomas over him all day and next week. You know what I'm saying? Like, Thomas, to me, we missed out on him because he was one guy earlier. Just imagine if we would have had Thomas, dog. Like,
my God.
In my opinion, we need like that 6'2" dog, like fast, just explosive. We need that dude.
Right.
That's what CD needs. Like, I want him with Keenan, but if we got Keenan, right, and then you got a fast, nasty, you get him
a Matthew Golden.
You feel me?
I love
that's
that.
What this
Keenan, CeeDee Lamb, Matthew Golden, we going crazy.
Now you're getting freaky. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we going crazy.
Now you're getting freaky. So I like something like that. With Boss, and I don't want to reach for him. I don't know if you pick him at 12, he's going to live up to that stature.
Right.
You've seen Drake London, right? He's had a good career, but is it great for where he was picked?
Man. My guy Brian Thomas he's 6'4", big game, James.
And he a dog.
10 tubs.
Dog.
1,282 yards.
Imagine,
that's a rookie.
If we had him with CD, come on, dog.
Oh my gosh, man. Come on with it, man. We need somebody like I get what you're saying, like a real true 6'2", 6'3" guy.
A 6'2" route runner.
Yeah,
bro.
and fastest.
Yeah, we need that, bro.
We need that.
Because, bro,
y'all see when Jalen Brooks, when he be falling and shit, he be like, "Come on, man, keep your feet together."
Yes,
and see, that's fundamental for a receiver, bro. You can't fall as a receiver.
He's gone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, we need that guy that scares that defense, because that's when CD really gonna work you.
Boy, it look like massage my shoulders, man. Willie, leave me alone, Willie.
Yeah, that look a little bit too close to you, bro. Let me fix that. Let me fix that.
Hey,
Willie. It look a little bit sus. All right, we got you now. We have to fix you, bro. He looked like he was kind of just hanging out, man. Kind of that like a jailhouse picture or something.
Yeah. Mama, what that boy said on Baby Boy? Mama. Yeah, that's right. Call your mama. Maximilian, he sends
you got the picture all on me, boss.
My bad, bro. I'm just doing too much, man. Let me fix all that, bro. You know how it is. I'm doing too much. Doing too much.
Maximilian sent $2 in, and he says, sign Elijah Moore and draft Elick or Jack in the second round. Are you talking about the TCU Jack? Elijah Moore to me, that's more the same, right? Slot receiver. We just a real true big X guy. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying, boss? We need a real true, like, hey, you gonna be on the outside. We know that's where your spot at. CeeDee Lamb, he can sometimes get on the outside and still have his two-way goals. I'm tired of having a smaller team. He's a big wide receiver outside.
I swear to God,
Yeah.
man. I swear to God.
What happened?
Nah, I'm just on what you just said.
Yeah.
And I'm because I was saying today, bro, I said I'm so tired of Dak throwing the Smurfs. I'm so tired, you know what I mean? Like, I'm so tired of everybody being 6'1" and under.
And not fast.
Yeah, it's like when y'all
right.
when y'all gonna give Dak that 6'2" up? You know what I mean?
Burner.
Yeah. It's just, man, it's a lot easier on your quarterbacks when they can throw it to a spot. It's a lot easier, bro. You making Dak have to throw that ball in real small holes,
Perfect.
bro.
And he's throwing to the Noah Browns of the world, like Law would say. You know what I mean? Like, nobody's hating on that. But here's the thing. It's just like when you talk about you have to help your quarterback, when you see these other quarterbacks, right, who are good, but them receivers, why you think that the Cincinnati Bengals just signed T. Higgins and Jamar? Why you think they did that? Because it makes the game easier for Joe Burrow. That's why he came out and said, you need to keep both of them, because it makes it easier for me. You know what I'm saying? If you had me with nobodies, I'm still a damn good quarterback. But now I got to do all crazy stuff, and now it makes me look like I'm not a good quarterback. It's just like when you playing ball or anything, right? You playing on the ball and you kind of like the man on the team. Well, if you ain't really got no players around you and they just pressuring you all the time, maybe you don't play as good because everything's on you, right?
Right.
And then when they look at you, they're like, oh man, he got to do everything. Then when you put him with the right team, how many times have we seen it? You put you on a better team with better players that are good. Now all of a sudden your game really starts showing and shining, because now you got perfect example right there, boss. Yep. Everybody was like, Saquon, he done. He just no, he ain't.
Injury
he just ain't got no good players around him.
That's right.
Now he got dogs around him. Now you gonna see his talent.
Now
really
you see Saquon now. Yeah.
Now you see the real Saquon, because he got a real football team around him.
Right. You got a real football team around him, bro. I want to show y'all something since we on this subject real quick. I might need you to ad lib for me real quick, Big, while I pull this up. All right. One of y'all.
Got us big old super chat. We got to pause. We got to pause when you get one of them, man.
Y'all love that.
Yeah.
When you got to hit that button, it's real.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rodriguez. He says this ain't good content, but this is great content. That's what I'm talking about. Thanks, fellas.
I like
DC for life. Get Dak a run game and a wide receiver number 2, and we back giving them Eagles that business. Let's go. Appreciate you. That's what I'm talking about.
You got any more super chats on? I'm still trying to find this. Oh, Rodriguez, yeah.
I
sure appreciate that.
I got one. I got a couple too.
Yeah. Please.
Appreciate y'all support.
For the $2 holler for the Keenan, too much dollars for the free agents. We'll see. He said, let's go with Lockett. I want to leave Tyler Lockett alone. This is me. I ain't hating on Tyler Lockett. I just want to leave him alone. I don't want that. I don't feel like that's going to make no difference in Dallas. You feel me? I don't want no small Lockett. I want a big Keenan. You know what I mean? And then I got PI double with the 199 holler. Big game, keep coming with that fire. I'm going to try, big dog. I'm going to try. And he come with another one with a 999 holler. Don't say nothing with it, but we just appreciate the dollars.
She said, go to see what Jane Slater said. Or see what Jane said.
Jane been on it too, boy.
Jane.
Jane. Snap. Hey. Hold on real quick. Let me know what she say. But before we do that,
no law on that.
Okay.
I want to show y'all the law on it. Look at this. This is what I want to show y'all. To big point. These Smurfs. You know what I'm saying? When you look at Matthew Golden running the exact same route as Ted, and you look at the catch rate is difference. Which one easy on the quarterback?
Man, give me that height size, man.
Man, give me that.
Size, man.
You see what I'm saying?
You can just throw it up there.
You can just throw it up there, bro.
Just throw it up there. Just throw it up there. I'll go get it. What a monster. He said, man, just throw it up.
Yeah. And then when they get in there, I'm going to go talk to the Joneses, and I'm going to tell them, hey, man, y'all play that Lil John and the East Side Boys, man. I know we in Texas, but come on. Yeah, I ain't scared.
And see, people gotta peep. This is what we've been asking Dak to do with them, because his receivers is Matthew Golden-ish. You know what I mean? 6'1" and under. You know what I mean? We need that. See, I heard scouts say it like this, and we ain't did this for Dak in about the last 6 years, bro. Since Dez. Real talk. Since Dez.
Pastor Troy and all of them. Yeah.
They say, your receiver core is supposed to mirror a basketball team, bro. That's one of the smartest things I've ever heard in my life. You know, just like when you have point guards, they go always average a particular size. Your power forwards go average a particular size. Your centers go be the biggest people on the team because of the job they do. That's the same thing we got to think about in terms of weapons. You got to have some guys to where they specialize in points, key downs, possessions, where you know it's going to be tight. You know it's going to be tight on them guys, but you got a guy that got a big catch radius. Dallas don't do that. Like Dallas, you got to mix up your types. It's not just about getting the receiver. It's the types.
Right.
It's 1,000 Matthew Golden types. That's a Buka. You see what I'm saying? It ain't too many trays. When are they gonna focus on that? And that's one of the main reasons I've been on that Keenan, bro. Real talk. So anyway, man. Let me see. Let me make sure that was it. That was everything. I think that was everything. I ain't got nothing more. But I'll say this, man. Give my final words, because I think I'm out. I think I'm out of bullets. Unless y'all had something else y'all want to talk about. I want to show y'all
outside
something.
of that deal there. But go ahead.
I want to show y'all something that came from my dad, man. And I want to kind of show y'all this, man. So this was my dad. He came and gave me this. It was in the garage.
It's dope.
Football?
It's dope.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's
and
hard.
it
Let them
said Texas
know.
High School Playoffs, Texas Stadium.
Let them know.
So
95.
Let them know.
Yeah.
So when we used to, get to our lockers, this would be over our lockers. So I guess I took this down when we lost in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? But that Texas Stadium stood out to me. You know what I mean? Because it just it just make me appreciate doing content. Because it's like, I remember walking in and we used to play in Texas Stadium, and we would go in them locker rooms. You couldn't help but say, this is where Eminem is. This is where Dion play. You know what I mean? And then you go out on the field and y'all warming up and you warming up where you just watch them dudes do some historic stuff, So it just made me super privileged to do content. Just my dad. And I appreciate my dad because he always knew how deep I was a Cowboy fan. You know what I mean? Like for my senior year, he bought me a leather coat, Dallas Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? Because he was like, he just a diehard. And then when I went to college, my college gift was a signed Micah Irvin picture. You know what I'm saying? Wow. So I just wanted to show this real quick, man. It was something my dad did. It made me, I just wanted to give y'all a picture of why sometimes people like us are just so passionate, because it's bigger than just fandom. This is like memories. You know what I'm saying? This is like our families grew up to this. You know what I'm saying? This, like, we sat around a dinner table. My daddy knew bringing me this was gonna make my day. He knew it. He was like, I'm gonna bring you something. I'm thinking he finna bring me some money. He was like, I'm gonna bring you this. Where you used to play in Texas Stadium. So anyway, man, that was just dope. So let me get my final words real quick. The most important final words that I have is let's stay active. Let's just stay active, y'all. I know sometimes we disagree on the best ways forward, but when it's something that we agree about, let's get behind it. Let's get behind it. Now, if you don't agree with it or believe in it, that's okay. We're not trying to make nobody think like us or think all the same. We're not doing that. But these campaigns are very good things that we've been doing. And a lot of people have been doing it. A lot of people have gotten behind it. Shout out to Common Sense. He been going crazy, tagging players. I mean, going crazy with these campaigns. And let me tell you something, and I mean this as my final word. Don't you ever think in your life, first, that our voice don't matter, first. Second, don't also never believe that they don't care about what we think. Okay? It's a reason why John Machota said they get a report on Twitter about what we're saying. That is a smart business person. Smart business people go always keep an eye on the customer. So I know sometimes people want us to be positive, and I get that. I know sometimes us calling for different campaigns might get on some of y'all nerves. I get that. But just know this, that Jerry and Steven appreciate us organizing to say what we want, because they want to know what we want. They're moving this year like they trying to do things slightly different. Remember, Mike McCarthy said this because this is what he was going through. Listen.
These are factors through experience you learn to navigate too.
Hold on.
I personally, as a head coach, would really, when you're signing veterans in camp and you're doing things at the end, that I think that's a pretty big challenge. It doesn't because it's happened more this year, it seems, than I haven't been exposed to as much. Because I think, if you can have everybody here in April, when that draft's over and you line up and you got that 90-man roster, if you can get to work on continuity and consistency, I think that's a huge factor in the start of your season. Because if you can just get started in September, because September to me is the best opportunity to win games. I personally don't think the quality of football is the best of my coaching career in September. So to me, that from experience, I think there's more opportunities to win. So if you can at least get out the gate and get started, and I think having all your people there in April helps you do that.
So Mike McCarthy was crying out last year, basically saying, y'all got the people in here too late. You got CeeDee Lamb in here too late. He was basically crying out. That's what he was saying. Right? That's what he was saying. And he was telling the truth. Hold on, y'all. I obviously messed up.
What
Give
the
me a
hell?
second. Don't worry about it. But he was basically crying out, right? So the difference is this: we did the 877 Pay Micah Now campaign, right? And then look what's getting ready to happen. Likely they getting ready to pay Micah. This is the earliest they've ever been getting ready to pay a big signature player like this. So everybody, let's continue to work. Let's continue to work. Keep doing these campaigns. Everybody wins when we all do it. Everybody. Jerry and them win because now they know exactly what we think. They ain't got to guess. Like, of all of us been in relationships, and this is my last thing I'm gonna say. Law married, Big got a lady. One of the worst things that ever happen is when you're trying to figure out what your lady is mad about. And you trying to figure it out. We all like it when they tell us what's up. So these hashtags give us a chance to do that. That's my final word. Let's stay at it, man. Let's keep making our voice be loud and heard. That's my final word.
Great final word. Great final word. I think just my final word with that is kind of bouncing off you, boss, is, first of all, back in the day, we didn't have a voice. You know what I mean? Back in the day, it was ESPN. We watched ESPN. We had to listen to them and watch them. And this is what our motivation was, right? Man, I know I can say what they saying. I can talk what they talk. I wish I could just get a voice, right? Didn't we say that back in the day? I wish we could just get a voice.
Yes.
And, back in the day, they didn't hear the fans like that, right?
That's right.
Now they do.
Now they do.
Now they have to pay attention.
Yeah.
Because this is the day and age where they have to pay attention because it's social media.
Yeah.
This is not the day of old. So they have to listen. They have to pay attention. And also, we've seen so many people in life, right? If they never spoke up when people told them, man, ain't nobody listening to you. Be quiet. Ain't nobody talking to you. Ain't nobody hearing nothing you saying. And how many times if we would have heard all the greats in slavery and just in life, that if they would have kept listening to that, things wouldn't have happened. Right?
That's right.
Your voice does matter, because when you are speaking and then one voice becomes two and two becomes three, unison, that becomes powerful. And there's power in numbers, right? So I just feel like this campaign and what you've been doing, I think it's real. Sometimes I sat back and was like, man, come on. But then I sit there and think about it more like, yeah, they do be listening. Like, it ain't like we like sitting there like, oh, okay, well, they're trading a player because they heard 500 million Cowboys people. But that means but they will listen. And when they're listening, that's what you want.
That's it.
Because it keeps it in their head. We want you to listen.
That's right.
I mean, you out there doing it, but we want you to hear what we got to say.
That's
because we know things. And this is, like you said, we're the customers. I mean, without the fans, you don't make money with this team. So you have to have some kind of ear to what the fans are saying. So keep having that ear, Cowboys, because it's going to really be in your best interest. Because, I mean, Cowboys fans are passionate, in my opinion. I mean, they say the fans at the stadium, we don't get up. This is because the front office has done goofy things. If the front office was on point with what they were doing, the crowd would be, man, it'd be one of the craziest crowds ever.
Right.
You couldn't beat that crowd game in and game out. But the front office has to continue to do the right things to keep the crowd and the people believing. Because a lot of fans don't believe. We've seen these things before. So you have to show us. So continue to try to show us. If you do this thing with Micah, that shows a little bit. I'm in I'm watching mode. I'm chilling mode. But this is good if you do those type of things, because you need the morale of the fans. You need the fans on your team. You need the morale of the fans.
That's right.
And this is how you help build up morale. When you do these type of things, that shows that you're really committed to winning. And that's
right.
My final word.
Man, good final word.
No doubt, man. Great final words by the two of you. I would say this. My final word is I can't wait for this deal to get done so that we can start moving toward getting us that other wide receiver or the other defensive player that can make something happen. You don't move all of this money around to just sit on it. So Cowboys, let's make a deal. Let's get it going. I'm very appreciative of what we did so far, but I know we can do a little bit more in order to lift up that Lombardi trophy at the end of this season. Come on with it. Cowboy Nation, stand tall or not at all. And way to go, Parsons. We're going to go ahead and claim it and say that he got it. Let's go with it. Peace.
Let's go.
I just wanna run it up. Count a check or something. I've been really in the field, let up, I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count a check or something. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that, count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Need them ones, I need them fives. Need them tens, I need that change. To the safe, got blues inside. Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still save and roll my change. Take some losses when I play, charge it to the game. I'm with L, yeah, I'm with T Black, I'm with Reverend now. I'm with Bay, yeah, I'm with J, yeah, I'm with Chuck and now. Still the same, not switching sides, now it's about loyalty. You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me. I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit. I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel.